Hi, it's me again, Sonoria. My story, I think it's part 24, maybe 5, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to correct the numbers and just bear with me. So, getting back to the story. So, I end up going back to Wichita, Kansas. And so, I'm living there, and then me and the dad, my son's dad, we were still in a relationship. And so, was in a store and I had fallen. And so, I had messed up my knee and I had to get surgery. Now, originally, I had already injured this knee when I was in high school. I was playing basketball. I was very athletic. I was playing basketball and I twisted my knee. And it haven't never been the same since then. But it was swollen. I got over it. I was able to walk on it. But every now and again, it would slip out. The disc and stuff wasn't connecting. And so it would slip out and I'd catch myself and I had to try to pop it back into place. Oh, that's the most painful stuff. It's not like childbirth, but it's painful. So um, I was working at this company I was working in the cafeteria. It was like a retirement home, but it was for independent living. So these people were higher class. It wasn't like a convalescent home. It was just apartments, and they lived there, high-rise apartments, mostly white folks. I didn't ever see any black people there, but they all lived there, and they had their own dining room, and they had cars, and they'd come and go and do whatever they wanted to do. And I happened to work there. So one day I was in the kitchen, and I was in the back in the walk-in, and I ended up slipping on the floor, and my knee went underneath the rack, and it popped. So when that happened, of course, they called an ambulance. They came and got me, took me from the job, and I ended up filing workman's comp. And so, of course, the company wanted to take care of me. I'm sorry, you see a bunch of smoke. The company wanted to take care of me. They were an excellent company. I love that company. I did not even want to pursue it, but I felt as though I needed to because at the time I was in a halfway house. And the halfway house is a place that you leave prison and then they put you in this halfway house. It's medium security, and that's your step before you go on your own and you get released. So you have to go through the program. You still have to take urines. You can leave there and go to work. You also, on weekends or certain days, you can have visitation. So I would be able to do that. And so that was part of what happened in that situation. But that was in Colorado. But I was in Wichita at the time. And when I was in Colorado, this incident had happened to me. So when I came to Wichita, one of the other things I wanted to do was have surgery on my knee. So I went to this doctor. Oh my God. Now, this dude was a white guy. He was fine as fuck. I was like, you can run your hand all up my leg. I have never been so infatuated with someone of non-color. And he was, oh my God, he was like a model, and he was just, he would, I would tease him and mess with him, and he really liked me. And but he wasn't trying to flirt back with me. He just teased me a lot, and I just was having such. I just love when I had to go see him, honey. He have his hand on my leg. I'd be like, you can go up a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Yeah, you almost got the spot. Stuff like that. Just teasing him. So we got a kick out of each other. So he did these X-rays and so forth, and he ended up letting me know I had torn my ligament, and what he wanted to do was a replacement of my knee. And he was an excellent doctor, but he also let me know I see some scar tissue, so this ain't the first time you injured it. And I said, no, you're right. And so he said, well, I'm glad you were being honest. He said, I already could tell. He said, but don't worry about it. I'm going to file the claim anyway, and see what we can do to get you. I said, I knew I loved you. I just love you so much. You want to get married? Girl, I'm silly. Anyway, yeah, he didn't want to get married. He's like, no, bitch, you crazy. But anyway, we had a good time. So, long story short, I have a cast on my knee, so it can heal. And I had this surgery, and they tell you got to stay off, and you probably won't be able to walk for a couple of months. Well, not walking and getting around was not something I was equipped to doing. So when my boyfriend came to town, on his truck, I told him, I said, you know what? I haven't seen you in about a month, and you be gone too long, and you be going all the time, and Like I said, when he come back, he bringing luggage like the crabs and stuff. So I was like, yeah, well, next time you go, I'm going with you. Oh, you can't be going with me on the road and this and that, plus with your knee. I said, no, my knee's just fine. That boy got ready to go. Look here, girl. You ain't never seen. I like walk a miracle on water. I almost beat him down to the truck. He got down to his truck. He was getting ready to start it up, getting ready to leave. Well, I'm about to get ready to go on the road again. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, so am I. I had that luggage packed up. I had me a little suitcase packed up, child, please. Had me some little snacks and shit. Because I knew the next day he was supposed to be leaving. So I'd already, while he was in there sleeping, I was thinking, I was preparing my way. Girl, I'm so busy. So he got ready to go. I got down them stairs, and I lived upstairs on the third floor. I lived on the third floor. You ain't seen nobody get down them steps. I was sliding on the rail on my stomach and holding up the crutches, getting there and then hobble, ride on another rail, getting down. Good thing I didn't flip over. I mean, because, I used to do some stupid stuff without thinking. Like, you're not thinking about how this might really turn out. So he was out there starting up the truck, getting ready, checking his stuff, getting his logbook out and everything, calling his company to let him know he's about to hit the road. Honey, I got the tapping on that window with that crutch. He was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm going with you." He said, "Oh, you can't go." I ain't. If I can't go, you can't go. I ain't going nowhere. I grabbed crutches and all, unlocked the door and jumped right in. And I mean, to get up in a truck, 18 wheeler is not very easy. I mean, it's high up, and I'm a short person anyway. But you should have seen me, honey. You would have thought miracles were happening that day. I'm telling you, not only did I get down them steps, but I got to that truck and I was able to get up in that truck. First time. And I mean, crutches and all. And he was like, he called his boss and stuff. Yeah, she right here. I said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm finna go with you. You're not gonna keep going out here on this road and I don't see you for months. And then you coming in and stuff like that. No, what kind of relationship is that? And if I can't go, this truck ain't going. I turned the key off and took the key and held it. He said, man, she done took my damn keys. Girl, is you crazy? I said, I might be. I might be. See, I hadn't started getting a check yet, so I was like, I might be. Oh, no, I really was. I was certified then. I just didn't know it. Girl, please, yes. But anyway, turns out when he left, I left right along with him. So they said, okay, man, we're going to authorize you. Let her come on and go. Let her, because we need you to get this load. We need you to pick up a load and come on down here and we'll talk about it. And I said, fine with me. So I went with him, and on the trip, I had a really good time. And his company was out of Arkansas. And so he would drive the truck to Arkansas, and that's where the broker and the company was. And then because they wanted to meet me. They wanted to see who is this that was so had to go and making all these rules and demands. So I met the people. I ain't scared of people. I'm not scared of people at all. I met them and I let them know, yes. And, this man stays out on the road too much. And y'all ought to have some loads to come through Wichita so that I can see him more often instead of keeping him on the East Coast and driving him to the West Coast and toting that mail. He needs to come home sometime because that will break up my relationship with him because he's never there. And which is also making him lean to other women because he's out there with needs and I'm not able to meet them. So we're going to have to reach some mutual grounds when it comes down to this man. So I guess they said, now she didn't came in the picture. She making rules and regulations. You damn right. Hello. I'm not just going to be sorry. I am a queen, baby. I'm sorry. I don't go second class on nothing. I got to have first class or no class and no ass. That's the way it go. So they liked me, everything, because, I'm not a bad person. It's just when I get in my ways or I want certain things, I can really become ugly. And so everything was good, and I was good with them. They was good with me. So I went on the road and stayed on the road with him for that time. And he would park the truck and tell me, I'm going to go in here. And he would be gone for a while. I'm like, okay, he's supposed to be fueling up. The truck has got gas. He's done. He's in there now. Also, people who drive trucks, they have what they call a studio sleeper, which is a bed in the back where they can sleep there. And also, if you drive in trucks, you're also entitled, when you get gas, you're also entitled to a free shower. So I was thinking, well, maybe he's in there taking a shower. I'm gonna cut this off because I'm about to tell you some shit. Hold on 1 second. I'll be back to part 23, 24. I'll be back.